Liars Luncheon. It's done. Everybody's got all the tea, or at least they think they know what the Ravens are going to do for the draft. I got my points too. Let's get it. Let's go.
Introducing the Couch Rider Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. Ravens, Ravens, hey, Ravens. We gon' ride out. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, original sports perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect it. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White of rap for the beat, though.
Hey, welcome back to the home of original sports perspective from our couch to yours. This is your Couch Rider Raven, Jermaine Lockett, saying, hey, appreciate you coming through. And if you're new, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, and smack that bell so you know when it's going down. We got a grip of people in the room already. If you are on Facebook, please come on over to YouTube. If you are on Twitter, good to see you. Come on over to YouTube, hit the like and subscribe. We want to see y'all keep coming back for good times. We just love chatting Ravens, getting dirty on the talk as far as, we still keeping it clean. But I'm just saying we're just getting down to the nitty gritty. And my main man, Cam Rue, we still looking for him. We searching. Y'all put up those roadblocks. Y'all make sure this man gets to the show. He'll be here eventually, hopefully. All right. So we know that the Liars Luncheon is now over. What we know, there's some things we know. There's some things we're just like speculating about. And I think everybody's got their own little opinions about it. And we'll talk about those in just a second here because I think I captured a few of those as we go. So, before we do that, we always go into our motivational moment. Motivational moment for me is just it's simple. Think about your life partner and what you can do to serve them, to help be there for them. Be their peace. Look at TikTok. TikTok is ridiculous right now because there is I think a soft guy season campaign or something along those lines to where the men are making up little posts about what the women should be doing for them in order for them to spend their time with them, as far as all these ridiculous requests, because the women have first started out with, I won't go to Cheesecake Factory or whatever. But ultimately, it's a relationship. It's a partnership, and it should be equal treatment to one another. If you see your partner going through strife, when they come home, try to be their peace. Try to speak their love language. Because ultimately, that's what's really going to help you and your partner out, is when you find a way to best serve them and best show that love towards them. So if I can share with anything with you today, is be their peace. That is your motivational moment for the day. Now, let's see who we have in the room. Okay, we have Delicious is here. He says, what's up, Couch Rider Raven and Cam? And crew, hit that like button. Yes, sir. Thank you so very much. Like I said, we got like 29 people in the room. Let's get it. Let's go. Lisa says, what's good? Jermaine and Cameron. Apparently, we got some dogs on the scene as well. It's getting loud. Okay. We have Gerald here. What's good? Sam was good. Okay. Brooks here. What's happening, y'all? We got the people, the main folks up in the room. We got the same old crew. Love it. I love it. I love it. Anybody else? We want you to comment. Please comment, jump in there. Let us know who you are, where you're from, what your team is. If your team isn't the Ravens, it's okay. It's okay. We won't hold it too much against you. Y'all just excuse me for just a second. Y'all put those comments in. I'm going to go ahead and close the door real quick and let these close the door because I got the dogs outside of there. Sorry about that. I'm by myself. I'm bashing up. I got to figure this out. All right. So, Gerald says, what's good, everybody? Who else we got here? Okay. So, what I thought was, I could just share the page from my main man who I trust the most, Jeff Zrebic, because he drops all the facts straight up and down. So let's see. We're going to present. So I'm going to share the screen. And we are going to jump over to X real quick. And here we go. We're going to start from the jump. He says the press conference is underway. DeCosta said at the end of the week, the board will likely be set. And then there's going to be some alterations that could be made draft week. Okay. So that said, let's take a look at how the team spent the day. It says from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., they were reviewing the offensive lineman in his draft class. Message. This is where the Ravens are going. I know this is the Lions lunch. I know they try to distract people with different things and talk about different things. This is where they're going. They keep talking about best player available, all this here. They are going offensive lineman, and I'd say there is a chance that corner or wide receiver could be the second and third options if the best player is available. Let's just say a Keon Coleman just happens to slide down to us. Let's just say Cooper DeJean, if he slides through, if Kool-Aid McKinstry slides through, then I think those are options the Ravens are going to say, you know what, we're going in that direction. But right now, you can see that their focus is how they are racking and stacking their offensive linemen. Okay, they like the idea of having more picks, but we've talked about this in the past. Some people are like, oh, we need to go ahead and trade out of the first round. But you can see right here, they like that fifth-year option. They like the fifth-year option because if you don't have that fifth-year option, then players like Adafiowe and Rashad Bateman, they could have been gone if we had traded out of the first round to try and go get those guys. Well, they probably would have been drafted. At least one of them would have been drafted. We traded out of the first round. But then this year, this would have been the last year because we wouldn't have had an option to give them the fifth-year option. So Eric DeCosta likes that first-round pick. He's probably going to stand pat because of the option that you get, and you get a player for cheap on a fifth-year deal. Actually, nowadays, it ain't even cheap. I mean, $13 million for a wide receiver. I guess considered some of the top get $30 million a year, but I mean, we don't have a $30 million a year wide receiver yet. I think Zay's gonna take that type of money, but right now we don't have that type of problem. Let's see what you guys have to say about him. Pause. Let's see. And yes, let's talk about the newest update of Deontay Hardy. So the improvement over Devin. Also, I think DeCosta is hoping for Cooper DeJean to fall to 30. All right, ID. So I think you might be right. They are looking to get a corner for the future, but I think offensive lineman is probably going to be the priority if the best player available is there, and it happens to be. Let's see here. If I'm looking at a top 50 prospects, and we are looking at somewhere around 30. Offensive lineman is not quite there. We would need J.C. Latham or Amarius Mims to slide down about 6 spots to get there. And then, of course, Cooper DeJean is like number 18 in this particular book. So we're looking at he having to slide 12 slots to get over to us. We're hoping. Not sure what's going to happen there, but, we can stay hopeful, right? Everybody can stay hopeful about their pick. All right, let's see. We got Lisa saying can't complain, saying hey. Okay, Lisa says, do you see EDC getting a QB to back up? Nope. I'm sorry. I just don't see that. I think with Cunningham there and with Johnson, there's a two quarterbacks that, Johnson has a lot of experience, and Cunningham is more of a project. Let's get him. Let's see where he goes. And let's see if we can turn him into a quarterback. So I think with those three guys, if they go quarterback, it's going to be really late. And it's got to be a prospect that somebody's done a lot of study on, and they just see him falling through the cracks. I just don't see that happening with the Ravens this year. I think they go into camp, they pick up a arm and undrafted free agent, and then they take them and say, hey, we need a camp arm to lower the reps because those reps really mean something when it comes to our quarterbacks. So they pick up a fourth arm as an undrafted free agent, but not one in the draft. Let's see. And I know, Tyler Huntley, losing him was tough, but here's the deal. I think Cleveland has a quarterback battle on their hands as far as the backup spot. Loser of that is going to get cut because, they have a lot of arm talent in that quarterback room. And we could be seeing Tyler Huntley again. It's a possibility because, when you got Jameis Winston over there backing him up, that's a pretty good backup. So Cleveland is set right now as far as quarterbacks, and I don't think Huntley fits in that room. He could come back to Baltimore, and Baltimore gets rid of Johnson and gets rid of Cunningham, but we'll see. All right, so let's go back over here to this luncheon. Next thing was they were talking about you hope and pray that one of those top 20 guys might be there at 30. That's exactly what I was saying is some of those guys that you want to fall down to 30 is Kool-Aid McKinstry, Nate Wiggins, Latu, that's the edge from UCLA. You got Troy Fautanu, and that is out of Washington. That's offensive lineman there. That'd be nice to have that O lineman for the future. Something to secure up that spot we're looking at as far as left guard. I know Cam Root feels a certain type of way as far as everything that we have right now and wanting to build for depth. But honestly, I want somebody that's going to be a day one starter. Terrion Arnold from Alabama is a corner that could be a day one starter for us. But, of course, he'd be having to come into camp and compete because they are somewhat, between Stevens and between Humphrey. I think he'd be competing with Stevens for that spot. And it'd be a good competition. They would push each other, iron sharpens iron type situation. Now let's talk about other guys who were in that 20 range that needs to fall to them. Xavier Leggett. That's one guy that some people are saying this is DK Metcalf. I don't think this is DK Metcalf. I'm not really a big fan of Leggett. Maybe some other people are, but I just did not like – I didn't like his route tree. I'm sorry. I just don't like the route tree on this guy. There are some people who coach this guy up big time. In fact, I'll go and I'll read what I have on this particular player. Let's see. Because, you got Marvin at the top. And, of course, Malik Neighbors. Leggett is supposed to be number 4 as far as the rankings. 6'3", 227 pounds. As far as his strengths, he's tall. He's well built. He explodes after the catch. And, it's hard to take down a guy that is that big. Are you really about that when you're a corner? Are you making business decisions and going for ankles, or are you going to man up and tackle this guy? That's what you have to decide on when it comes to big guys like this. Comes across the middle. He can make those catches. Sometimes like you got players that are making business decisions when it comes to making catches across the middle. They're going to be about it or they're not going to be about it. Let's see. Some of the weaknesses, though, like I said, he's not putting up crazy numbers, but he's effective. He's a downfield blocker. He could be more consistent as a downfield blocker. And as far as explosiveness off the line of scrimmage, when you're big like that, you need to have that acceleration as well, because if you big and you let a corner get into your chest, guess what? You're not getting much of anywhere. It's going to be a struggle, and by that time, your quarterback is under pressure getting sacked. All right, so press coverage is always going to be a question when you go from the college level up to the NFL level. People want to know, like, hey, can they beat press coverage? The thing is are corners playing that press coverage in college? Not too many are playing that up front press coverage. You go look at Cooper DeJean's tape. He's not playing too much press coverage up there. He's simply playing off, and I think he would be great as a safety. You look at him and how he plays and keeps his eyes in the backfield and jumps routes. It kind of had like a Marcus Peters type of feel to him, because he saw it and he would jump it and go after it. Now, if that quarterback double pumps, DeJean is going to be in a lot of trouble and is going to give up a lot of yardage. Kind of like the Dallas Cowboy Diggs. He would jump a lot of different things. He'd be right, but when he was wrong, it was a pretty big miss. So I don't know if you want something like that as a Raven and end up giving up that many yards because you're missing to the double pump. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's the guy for us, but some of us are fans of him. Let's pay some bills right quick. I've been yapping. Here we go. Oh, as soon as I came on, we got my main man here. All right. Cam Rue is in the building, y'all. Legend is here. We got him. Y'all can take down those roadblocks. He is here. What's up,
What's
my
happening?
man?
Sorry. Long day. Long day. Just getting
Long
home.
day.
What up,
That's
D?
good.
Long day. Thank you for that message this morning, man. It's helping me get through. 'Cause
I got everybody know, like, hey, they're gonna be all right.
That's y'all being on time. That's y'all being on time right there, boy. Because I was like, I was struggling in the morning. I was like, it's gonna be a long day. Get my mind.
Yeah, man.
Shoot. All right.
All right.
Go ahead,
So we
brother.
got Delicious here. He says if Terrion was to fall that far, I wouldn't mind him. Absolutely. I think Terrion Arnold would be a great addition to the Ravens. And I think Ozzie Newsome would be screaming, probably running from whatever room he's in to go yell at Eric DeCosta and be like, this is the guy. Hit the button. Give me the phone. He said, Alabama guy.
Did you draft? What did I miss? Go ahead. Fill me in. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
so basically, the Lions Luncheon, I was just reviewing that, talking about things that they were speaking on. It sounds like they're leaning towards offensive linemen. So, and that's a smart move, but corner and wide receiver are still something that they're looking at in the draft. But from the way that they were talking during the presser, it doesn't sound like corners at the top of the list for them. And the reason I say that is as we'll scroll through some of these comments here. Let's see.
I heard it. I watched it myself. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to bring it up here because it says DeCosta, he says, we would love to add a talented corner at some point in this draft. If there was a priority, wouldn't you think that they would say, hey, I think we're looking really deep in the corner right now, and I think that's a priority for this team. I think the language would be different if they were saying, like, hey, we're looking at that corner.
You heard me?
What'd you say?
It's called the live luncheon for a reason. I don't trust nothing they saying.
Yeah. But I feel like it gives us just a little bit tidbit here, a little tidbit there of the direction they could be doing it.
I wish they would, but it's like then you think about this is my thing. I'm assuming we're gonna go if one of those top tackles are up there, we're gonna go tackle, right? This is my assumption, just like everybody else's. What if they all going? What if we have a Kyle Hamilton moment where it's like there's a run on tackles and then the top corners up there? Are we gonna be mad if they trade out? Or are we gonna be mad if they don't trade out and they actually take the top corner? Because it's not
I think they're gonna take best player available, man. I think there's so many players that could slide. Yeah, they could slide, and I think just as I was saying earlier, 5th-year option means something. Having that ability to give somebody a 5th-year option and get them for cheap for an extra year, or at least somewhat cheap for an extra year, I think that means something to DeCosta. It's just a little bit different formula than what that Newsom was running, but I think he wants to rock with that 5th-year option. So I think he's going to keep that 1st-round pick.
Before you go any further, let me ask you this question. I've seen some mock drafts. They have a run on tackles, and some of them have us picking Newton, the top defensive lineman. Right, he's very similar to Aaron Donald / I guess you want to say Justin Madubuike. Then some have a run on tackles, and they have us picking the corner from Iowa, who can play corner, he can play safety, free safety, he can play strong safety.
Grzon is like in this book, they got him as the #1 D tackle. I don't know if that's gonna slide us, huh?
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying like some of them have him falling to that part because of the run on tackles and the quarterbacks. I forgot the hold on one second. I gotta turn this thing off on the oven. I apologize. Hold on one second.
Oh, you good? Thought that was me beeping. All right. So while he's doing that, let's just talk about Grzon Newton. I'll give you some of his strengths and weaknesses before I go beat some dogs out here. Like I said, if y'all don't know, for those of y'all don't know, I'm kind of bashing it up this week. The family is out of town, so I got to maintain the animals at the same time. So I just got to grab a couple of them, get them in. All right. So Newton is a disruptive interior presence with rare explosiveness for the position, using his quick first step to knife into opposing backfields with starting regularity. He's got violent hands at the point of attack, and also in those efforts, he's able to swipe away at attempts to lock onto his frame and drive him off the ball. The thing is, do we need another defensive lineman? We just paid Matabike. Matabike just got that check. He got that bag. And then you got Broderick Washington, who got a bag last offseason. So I think we are set with interior defensive linemen. Yeah, we need to build for depth, but I don't think this is the first round option that we need to go with. What are your thoughts? Let's go down and pay some bills right quick. All right. So it says, unpopular opinion, but I feel at 30, wide receiver might be the strongest position, so I wouldn't mind going wide receiver, LOL. Yeah, I think, who was it? It always came on here talking about they wanted a wide receiver. Hey, Cam, I need you to come on back for a second, man. I got to jump upstairs just for a second, all right? So, Delicious asked the question below about wide receiver going first.
Okay, sorry, Delicious, my bad. I don't think that it's impossible. I'm with Jermaine on this couch that is going to be best receiver, best player available. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I have seen some mock drafts where, excuse me, where we're picking Coleman. I believe that's his name, the wide receiver from Florida State, or Mitchell from Texas. But then I've seen, like I was just saying, like I saw one with Newton being picked because the run on the position. There's so many. It seems like the tier of talent of offensive tackles is here, and then there's a second one that's like right here, and that level you can find. Like they're saying you can find a starter in the second, third round, day 2, which we've done. But I'm curious what you guys are gonna feel like. How's everybody feel like if we don't get that tackle? If we gotta wait till day 2 to get that tackle, and we picking at that spot, I see you cracking the joint over there. If we picking at that spot, say we do get Newton is there because he is the best tackle on the board, or DeJohn if he's there, the corner. How is everybody gonna feel? Are y'all gonna be upset? Y'all rather have a receiver at number 1? If we can't get a tackle, what position do you guys really want to pick? We're saying that there's not that many good edge defenders that's worth being the number 1.
I mean, do we even go edge in the first round though?
I wouldn't go edge right now.
Nah.
I mean, I would, but I wouldn't look. There's certain people I like at the edge. I like Darius Robinson because he's not a true outside linebacker. He's a D tackle. I don't know why they got him listed as an edge. He's more like he's a 5 technique. He's 285, 290. So we haven't had anybody to replace Calais Campbell's, like having him in that spot, and then he can step out and be on the edge. But we don't need him. Again, that's what I'm saying. Who's the best available? If he's there, pick somebody else other than the tackle.
Mm-hmm.
What position do y'all feel like is going to be the one that you're going to be satisfied with?
Well, are you Delicious says he don't want Cooper at 30. Does not want Cooper at 30. I kind of
why don't y'all like Cooper? I froze up.
I feel like when it comes to this guy, when you look at it, some of the tape of his, he gets caught peeking in the backfield a lot. He would do better as a safety. But
that's what he really was. He was a safety, and he got recruited there as a safety, and he played in the slot. And then because of injuries, they had put him out the corner.
Yeah, and it's like Baltimore is not going to have you, back in 10 yards off the ball to get a chance to peek in the backfield. They want you manned up on somebody.
You want Kool-Aid? Kool-Aid can play. He can play safety as well, but for me, I think he's a shutdown corner.
Yeah, I like Kool-Aid. I like Nate. Who was another dude? Kamari Lassiter, but there was one that I really liked. I think I mentioned his name last week.
Give me how about this?
Max Melton. Sorry, Max Melton.
Give me your list, a priority list. What's your priority list?
Priority list right now. Smart move, wide receiver. Excuse me, not wide receiver. Offensive lineman.
I mean, well, that's gonna be
offensive lineman, then wide receiver, then corner. But I think how the rollout in my mind is, if they go offensive lineman, then they go wide receiver. Unless Max Melton is available in the second for us there. Then they go corner.
You think he's gonna be there in a second? Well,
I think the way it's lining up, I think Max Melton, he's gonna be one of those guys that is a second round sleeper that is gonna slide to us or somebody that always peeking over our shoulder. Them daggone Patriots. You know, they tend to, their draft board for some reason lines up usually with what Baltimore is looking at sometimes. Pittsburgh too, you know.
Dallas too.
Yeah.
Dallas definitely.
Yeah, because it's like the second you see a player that is, you know, that the Baltimore's probably done their research on, you probably seen a couple of videos pop across the website. Harbaugh DeCosta may have said, hey, this person signed at the Senior Bowl. Boom, guess what? They're on everybody else's radar. And then for some reason they get drafted 2 spots ahead of us. But yeah, I think Max Melton is just, for me, he's the standout. He is the guy that's going to turn heads. And there's a guy who declared for the draft, man.
Your boy?
Yeah, stormed up.
I keep hearing about this dude. I don't even know what's going on no more. Like, yo, is he coming? Is he not? Is he what?
So he kind of had he had some ups and downs, man. So he was in Carolina, and then he went to Penn State, and then I think he went to Louisville.
Okay.
And it just, things were, I don't know, it was just him up and down trying to get a starting spot. So I'll go over some of the strengths. They're saying he's got one of the best nicknames, of course. Well-rounded skill set is what they say about this guy. The biggest drawback they're saying is a lack of elite top speed. But I saw, you know, from the jump back in the day, I thought for sure he had decent trailing technique. He's the one that closes the distance when the ball is in the air. But that was just my opinion. Maybe I have a bias. But they're saying he has a good combination of size, physicality, movement skills, toughness. I'm like, hey, at 6'1", 200 pounds, this kid, he plays like a Raven. I was so excited about him last year, and he fell down the boards to like to the 24th ranked overall corner.
So y'all all think we're gonna go wide receiver second round?
For wideouts, let's see. You say you see a few of them saying they want wide receiver?
Well, the list put up there, O-lineman, offensive tackle. When I said the priority list, he said offensive tackle, wide receiver, corner,
edge, and then running back potentially. I don't see a running back coming in the second round for us. I think that's not
edit that CR. I know what you're talking about, brother. That's with you.
Yeah, CV.
Cornerback. Cornerback. The CR, I was like, see what? See who? For me, priority wise, I mean, other than offensive lineman, I'm just looking at the age and who's up for contract.
Yeah.
And they haven't signed Brandon Stevens yet, and I haven't heard anything about it. So I'm thinking offensive tackle, corner, receiver, edge, running back, you know, so on. But I mean, I wouldn't be mad either way. Like, best player available. Like, even that's what I'm saying. If the dude from Indiana, Newton, the defensive tackle, is the number 1 defensive tackle. If he's there, I don't see why we would pass him up, because what's the fastest way to get to the quarterback?
Yeah,
straight ed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so imagine if you got Matabike and you got him. Michael Pierce is going to be done after this year. So after this year, we're going to have to. Michael Pierce is going to be done. Urban's going to be done. So
Yeah,
now
so we did get Urban for 1 year.
You know what I'm saying? So we're aging and we're long in the tooth in certain areas, but we still have a mix. I'm just saying, like, we didn't need Kyle Hamilton at the time.
Yeah.
But who's upset that we got? I wasn't upset because I won.
Oh yeah, they was all on board. I mean, I was on board too. I wanted the center.
Right.
Was it the center?
Yeah, you wanted Linderbaum.
Yeah, I wanted Linderbaum, and we both got what we wanted. That was a great year.
It made sense. I'm just saying, like, I love our system, best player available. I do value it. I think it depends on obviously the position. I think you want the value, but I think you want the value of the 50 option more now than you did before Lamar had his contract, because his contract is so much.
Yes, Nana. I did not get a new internet service provider, but
Doing better though. Doing better today.
Yeah, I did a ping test today to make sure that I was getting the right amount of megabytes. And I contacted Cox, and they said something about maybe it has to do with the eclipse. I'm like, y'all just making up every excuse possible. So,
Deep, what up?
I
want to tell Brooke, thank you.
All right. You said thanks to Brooke. What she do? She cook for you?
No.
ID says, huh?
She DM'd me after the earthquake we had up here. She was like, I heard they had an earthquake in New Jersey. You all right? I was like, yeah, I'm still here. I was shook for I don't know how long, for like 10. The place shook for like 10 seconds, bro. We had an earthquake. They haven't had an earthquake in the tri-state in 200 years.
That's crazy. And the thing was, it was like the day after there was an earthquake in Taiwan. So Taiwan, we have a friend who's out there serving a mission, and he was on the west side of the island, and the earthquake hit the east side of the island, and actually it tipped the building sideways.
Wow.
And so then it hits y'all, and Brooke reached out. That's cool, man.
Yeah, she was like, I heard they had an earthquake. You good? And I was like, oh, thank you. I didn't, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate it.
Brooke, you good people. You really are. And I know you're going through you got a rough couple of 2 years you've been going through.
There she go, popped up.
What'd you say?
The day has arisen.
Yeah, just know that we know that you're going through some stuff as far as the last couple of years, but we got you back. We're here for you, and we enjoy like you chatting it up with us each time you come through. Even if you do cook macaroni on top of the stove, it's fine. It's cool.
I ain't good with that one. Love you, bro. Love you, bro. Thank you.
Right. Oh yeah, Delicious, you were right. I was big on Jordan Davis back then. I wanted Big Baby Davis. But it just didn't happen, and the Eagles.
I think he got better. I think Travis Jones gonna work out fine.
Yeah, and I think I did say I wanted Linderbaum as the number 2 option outside of Davis, and we got what we wanted. I couldn't get everything, but I'm pretty sure Kyle Hamilton was the better option. You can definitely see that on the field as far as the defensive talent.
We didn't need him at the time. Remember, we didn't need another safety.
Yep. Now we definitely need depth at the safety position.
Right.
Because we don't have any right now at all.
Imagine if we didn't have him.
Huh?
So imagine if we didn't have him. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, we'd be hurting. On the back end, we would be in some big bad trouble. I mean, we would be at the point to where we would be calling up who's the most loyal safety Ravens fan that the Ravens got what I'm talking about. He's always on Twitter, and whether we have him on the team or he's cut, he's just loyal to us, and he's just like, I ain't playing for no team that's gonna get ask for me to give up secrets and all this stuff.
Oh, Tony Jefferson.
Yeah, TJ, yeah. I'm like, it would be to the point where we call him back. Now he's got the vision, he's got the talent, he just ain't got the speed no more, and we can't have that as a liability on the back end. But we would be calling him up if we didn't have that safety right now.
He worked for the Ravens now. He's a scout.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know how it is. They start as a scout, and then all of a sudden they come in as a position coach, and then they come as them be a coordinator before you know it.
Yeah, he's smart enough to do it though.
Brooke says she don't cook it over the stove. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. So I know we had some good stuff, some good questions up top here.
Yeah.
Nana said, all in the wide receiver in the first round because wide receiver core is not straight and fully functional. We need someone to play alongside Zay Flowers.
Now they're just as bad as Big Reg, boy. You want wide receiver.
It's true, man. Like, you know,
he can't be with us forever.
Hey, we got a lot of people in this room. Hey, let me get some likes. Let me get some subscribes. I'm looking at 47 people right now. This is crazy big. That's a lot of fun.
Get them likes up. I have my protein pasta, bro. I haven't had it in many years, many years, bro. Just letting you know.
She's asking a question about random sketch guy. Who's that?
I don't know.
She says, "Or that sketch guy." Who's the sketch guy?
Who's that? I don't know.
I don't know who she talking about. Lisa says she didn't care about no clips. Nana's laughing at you.
Me neither. Yeah, Nana laughing because you know I'm telling the truth. She's bad as Big Red talking about it. I need another receiver. We got somebody to protect Lamar, Nana.
Yeah, you got to have, you know, I think for me, I want Lamar protected, and I want that big bruising offensive lineman to just go ahead and just punch holes into the line, you know, punch holes in the defensive line and make a hole for Henry.
This is well, the list told me you want that's the dude Coleman I was referring to, Florida State, right?
Okay. Oh, you want Keon Coleman?
I don't want him. I mean, I want him, but I don't want him in the first round. I think he'd be in the second round because his route tree is not that great. Like if he ran,
you want to hear the review on this guy?
Yeah, no, he's. I mean, he got great hands. I'll say that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you good. I'm just gonna read a review real quick. It says, an imposing presence with a massive frame and wingspan to match. Coleman is a first off the bus playmaker who inspires fear in opposing defensive backs the moment he steps on the field.
Who wrote that for him? Somebody wrote that for him.
Yeah, that was definitely one heck of a piece there. He said he puts that size and length good to use, dominating competition with physicality. You know, we need that physicality. We do want that X. We had
money. Hold on, play. Somebody got paid to say all of that.
Yeah, they beefed this dude all the way up. They said he had an impressive leaping ability at the combine. Said he has a matchup nightmare who can simply overpower his way to the ball, particularly in the red zone. Yeah, somebody might have got paid there. All right, here's his weaknesses, though. They did put the weaknesses together. They said while there's no denying his ability to dominate physically, he still needs some work smoothing out the finer points in his game of his footwork when releasing at the line of scrimmage. Like I said, whenever it comes from coming from the college level to the NFL level, everybody wants to know, can you beat the press? But they're not facing press all the time. And so it's just like a huge question mark every time they get to this next level here or about to get to this level. So the other weakness was saying in and out of the breaks of his route could use some polish. He has explosiveness for his size, but he doesn't have the elite top speed of other receivers in his class. But I mean, when you're 6'4", are you expected to have top elite speed?
Oh, we had it, ever since the unicorn went to Seattle, it's kind of like you almost expect it. You want to see it again.
Yeah, I mean,
every now and then you get a unicorn. I mean, before him was Calvin Johnson, so. When you get you see a Metcalf, you're trying to get another Metcalf, see if you can get another Metcalf.
Yeah.
Delish won him because he said it'll make up for missing out on George. I don't like George Pickens' attitude, bro. I do like Coleman's attitude, though.
Yeah. I mean, we were high on George Pickens. We were high on Pickens. I mean, they went down to his pro day, and everybody was gushing over this cat.
He's a humble dude, too. He came off in his interview during the combine. He came off super humble. George got a lot of attitude with him. I don't know. So, I don't know. I don't know, man.
Let's see.
It's even harder to like him now because he is Steeler. But go ahead.
It is. It's hard. It's definitely hard to like him right now. The attitude, the lack of blocking, making business decisions. When they could have had touchdowns if he had took to his block and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of frustrating to see the Steelers have to go through that when they've raised, excellent wide receivers throughout the years. And the thing was, all those wide receivers, they was a little bit of a diva too. But, it ain't our problem. That's their problem now. Nana says, I don't get it. Nobody cared about O-line making a hole for Gus the Bus, but so much now has to be done for King Henry. What's up with that?
I don't agree with that, Nana.
Nana,
I think you just throwing Henry up there. We always need a line for Lamar.
She a homer, man. She miss him. She missed Gus already.
Boy, no wonder you and Lisa get along so well.
Yeah.
Oh, we are homers.
They homers, man.
Homer, I love you, Lisa. All
Here we go. Delicious got a good point here.
yeah.
So he's not worried about the speed of separation with him and basically like Anquan. Anquan didn't have all that speed, but he did just fine. Playing big boy ball.
Yeah, but he can separate a little bit though. He can separate a little bit. You gotta get Q. Come on now, Delicious. You gotta get Q a little bit of respect. The man can separate a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he was a bit of a tactician, but he was physical.
Get out. That was a true Raven right there. He should have been drafted as a receiver for Baltimore.
Oh yeah. I tell you, so when Quan came to us, I was tore because I wanted him, but also Brandon Marshall was sitting out there at the time too. And I wanted Brandon. I wanted to be Marshall coming to Baltimore so bad.
Q is one of my favorite receivers. You know what made me even more like a true fan of him? When he played the Jets and he got that year they went to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
He got his jaw got broke in that game.
Yeah, he had it wired and came back 2 games later?
Yeah, came back. I was like, oh, that's a straight dog right there. He like, watch me play. And still ball. Still had over 1,000 yards that year.
All right, Lisa says, if we do get a wide receiver, how will Zay Flowers help him? I'm a QB girl. I don't know what that means. What's QB girl mean? I mean,
she a QB girl. I don't know. She a Lamar.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. If we do get another receiver, I think if anything, we get a good. I mean, I think Nelson Aguilar can do it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna be a homer for a second. I don't know what I know there's talent in front of him, but I don't understand why Tylan Wallace is not getting the opportunity to do what he can do. He honestly, I think he has the best hands in the receiving group, period, because he doesn't drop anything. I can't name a drop.
I gotta see more catches. I mean, I just want to see like him on the field opportunities.
Thank you. Other than just in preseason, and then and you in the pecking order. So I know we still need other receivers. Yes, I'm not, but I just really feel like what's going to help. Just to answer your question, Lisa, if we can have somebody that's a threat on the inside that can play the slot, and they move Zay on the outside, like they move him on the outside. It's kind of like how OBJ was like a threat because he was just there. Zay could have the whole field because Zay just needs space because whatever he do, he gonna give it to you.
I think we got we still got 2 wide receiver slots wide open, right?
Yeah, we only got 4 receivers on the roster.
So they got to pick up 2. I think they probably going to at least take a swing at 1 during the draft and 1 undrafted free agent and let him fight to get in.
They're going to sign somebody. They're going to sign Michael Gallup.
Because, I mean, OBJ is not signed right now either. He's not committed to Miami. So, by OBJ, right? He ain't signed that deal, right?
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to come back.
I'm like, right now it's a clean slate. And then if, DeCosta comes out there and says, hey, man, what Miami offer you? And then, he like, what? Yeah, I'm back, baby. I think he really liked Baltimore. I think he liked Lamar, and I think he'd be willing to take a discount. You know what I mean?
Here comes the troublemaker. He done got a goatee. Got people coming. No.
He got a goatee?
Yeah, that's the troublemaker I'm talking about.
First round here, huh?
Oh, sir.
We didn't say first round. I'm just saying, like, later, like, second round is
Nana,
what we're looking at.
You better get engraving, Nana.
He said he ain't coming back.
No, he ain't coming back. That's what I told him, engrave. He ain't coming back. Here we go with Kenny. Kenny done popped up in the room.
Man, I spoke him right, man. Oh, gosh. Kenny here. He said, still a nation in the house. Oh, boy. Screw it. Bring some Steelers fans in here so we can roast them. All right. So, if you're OBJ, come back cool at the right price, something cheap, that would help fill that void. And I mean, he had a couple of high games. It wasn't 18 million worth.
Yeah, he ain't come back out. That what you wishing for Santa Claus. He ain't come back out.
Just saying, it'd be a nice reunion. Finish what you started. You know what I mean?
Guys, let it go, brother. Let it go.
All right, man. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna take that dream, just gone toss. But yes, I think drafting, either drafting one or two wide receivers, drafting one and then pulling one out of as an undrafted free agent to get it for the cheap. I think that's kind of the smarter way to go. Sure, we could sign somebody probably like in June, but I do like Michael Gallup. This is a guy who, like I said, he played third fiddle a lot in Dallas. It didn't make sense for him to be third fiddle when he's a solid two. He could probably be somebody's one. Not here, but he could probably be somebody's one because he had that time. When I saw him in Colorado, this dude was a bad Buffalo.
Colorado State. Not Colorado. He was a Ram, sir.
Yeah, he was a Ram?
Yeah, he was a State.
I thought he was a Colorado Buffalo, man.
Nah, Colorado State.
Let me go check this right now, man. I thought I'm sure this was Let me go
Grave, what's your priority list, Grave? Since you're here, we named our priority list as far as position wise. What's your priority list? After offensive tackle, of course.
Oh, you're right. He was a Ram. All right, so he was a really, really good player in college, man. Watching the tape on him, like everything was cool. Great route running, yards after the catch, high pointing the ball. Dallas got a steal out of this dude and didn't even use him right. All right, so what'd you say? What you got a question for?
No, I said to Grave, what's his priority list? I don't know if he jumped off or he's still here.
He's still here. So he'll probably answer in a second. Delicious says, I would love OBJ back as well. It's a chance, though. Dolphins or Chiefs probably ain't throwing crazy money at him. I think if he's looking for a championship and he's probably thinking, okay, if I get a chance to go play with the best quarterback in the league, he's going to go to the Chiefs. And I know that's not a knock on Lamar. That's just, hey, showing right now we got a guy with 3 rings, and he's looking good, and he's looking to up that wide receiving core. And him in Hollywood, there would be a boom. Him and Rashee Rice if he doesn't go to jail, because they want him to come to the station right now.
That was last week.
That's 2 days ago. Yeah, today they asked him to come in.
Leave him alone, Charlie Murphy.
No, I'm just saying, hey,
James over here.
Hey. You saw that accident. That was just irresponsible, bro. Irresponsible.
Days ago, Rick James. 3 days ago.
Hit on the shoes, everything, bro.
I think he's going to be for the Rams, though. Yeah. I think that's where you want to go. He's just trying to get a good comparison on what he can do.
You said OBJ want to go back to the Rams?
I think he want to go back. He loved it there.
But they gonna lose.
Playing with McVay, huh?
They gonna lose.
They made it to the playoffs. That was a good team.
Yeah.
They still made it to the play. They should have beat Detroit, but that's another thing.
But you're gonna be salty. You can't have this dude sit behind Cup, sit behind Nakua.
He was a third receiver coming in.
Yeah.
When he went there when they won the Super Bowl that year. He was the number.
They got Robinson over there for another year, right?
I don't know. I don't know if he signed for another year. I know he was there last year, but I don't know.
Yeah, so this is gonna be kind of weird. It's a crowded room over there already. He went in on that?
I don't know. I'm assuming that's where he want to be, though. That's my assumption. I don't know.
Brooke said Rashee Rice is done. That crash is wow.
Ain't nobody dead. He ain't done.
Yeah, I think it was
gonna have to
be nobody got seriously dead or injured or whatever, right?
Yeah, because the car was rented and another car was rented, and instead of them, they was part of the crash. Instead of being there, they did. That was the stupidest thing. Like you almost made it seem like you stole the car.
Yeah, I mean you look guilty when you run from an accident like that. You look extremely guilty.
Yeah, that was done. but he's not gonna be done because of that. He might get suspended, but I don't even think he's gonna get suspended because he didn't really commit any felony. He just had a car accident, and he went to he may have to shell up some dough though. That's what's really gonna happen. That's what they're gonna get him at.
Oh yeah, I mean the families is going to get him, or
Yeah,
the people there.
But did he cause the crash? They
Yeah.
caused the crash?
Yeah, did you see the video?
No, I ain't seen the video.
The video has him in this day. So he's in a Lamborghini.
Yeah,
he's in a Lamborghini, kind of like almost like an SUV type thing.
Yeah.
And then there's a Corvette, and they are going, and there's this little bitty car. When they lose control, and they end up sandwiching this car in and then spinning out of control, and then the Corvette hits the wall, and he spins out and causes another car to hit a wall on the side over here. And then there's a vehicle sitting in front of everybody to where you can't see until the camera actually rolls past that car, and you see them get out of the car, out of the passenger side, 3 dudes. And then they walk off, and they got a bag. Somebody said it was a bag of guns. I don't think it was a bag of guns. I think it was just a bag.
No.
But nobody could tell what was in it. Anyway, so you see them walking off away from the scene.
That was he gonna get some charges. He gonna get some charges, but the fine is coming. But he not gonna be finished though.
Brooks said he got 8 charges.
I mean, he gonna get some charges.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna hit it with the dough.
Because I mean, after seeing that Las Vegas Raider dude, he killed somebody. I'm pretty sure Goodell ain't gonna sit here and be like,
he probably gonna get his license suspended. That's one, but he gonna get some charges. But he didn't kill anybody. It was a regular. The reason why what happened with old boy from Vegas because he wasn't even on the highway. He was speeding straight down the daggone the street, and didn't he hit somebody? He hit him. Man, what was you doing? You getting a fast car don't mean that you got to lose your mind.
They even had that. They even got it on camera. Not him hitting somebody, but they got him speeding down, and they're showing him going 140 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm. Like where you going?
And then it's like, Brooks says, I just want to know why he thought they weren't going to find out who he was. There's cameras everywhere, man. Everything done in the dark gonna come to the light. You know what I mean? So let's see. And then they said, at least said, why was he
it was a rental. He was gonna get caught anyway.
Yep.
You rented the car. You would excuse my language, you was a dumbass.
Yep.
Why you walk away from the scene in a rented car, you dumbass? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So let's talk some Ravens news because the Ravens just made a signing today. They signed Deontay Hardy, formerly known as Deontay Harris, which confused me as all get out when I'm sitting here looking at highlights and I see Harris on the back of the jerseys and I'm like, man, whoever recorded this got it wrong. Well, when he was with the Saints, he switched his name to Harty. Then he went to Buffalo and was a pretty solid returner. And that's kind of all you see is a lot of highlights of him returning this one ball. It was just like the same highlight over and over again from different camera angles. I think it was like a 92-yard touchdown, a 94-yard touchdown, a kick return.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, he's got a lot of speed. Smaller size guy. So in all actuality, we have 5 receivers now. I don't know if they're going to use him in that capacity, but it is nice to know that we have good returning ability, especially with the kickoff return rules being changed. And then also having a guy who really can take the top off the defense, just kind of like Zay, just there. Him and Aguilar have that type of speed to where we got speed all over the field. If they decide to run mesh with all 3 of these guys on the field, it could be pretty nasty.
He ain't gonna get no burn.
He ain't gonna reps.
He gonna be the 7th receiver on the depth chart, bro.
Yeah.
Unless somebody get injured, he's just a kick returner. Like no disrespect to him.
Yeah.
Like he ain't getting nowhere. I'm saying.
He's like, nope, there's none. All right, so this is at his pro day. This dude ran a 4.35.
Right.
And that was in 2019.
Yeah. He can run.
Huh?
He can run.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, give it a shot though. I mean, let's see what he, kick the tires on him in preseason and see if this guy can just burn out.
He'll be a guy to play, but he ain't there for the smoke. He's not.
Yeah. And I know he's not there to take over the whole thing, but it would be like a cool, like, hey, we got this guy in for this rep. Let's launch one, just see what happens.
We have 7 receivers this year.
You think we going in with 7?
I ain't counting him as one. We got 7 receivers. I'm sorry. No disrespect to him.
Yeah.
But we need we need to have 7. I'm sorry, bro.
We got
He don't move the needle.
talking trash, apparently.
What happened?
He's saying he lost control while watching the Ravens Chiefs replay. Okay, let's see. Let's go back down. He said he's talking some other stuff here. Kennedy says, Brooke, we don't have mediocre QBs anymore. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. First of all, Russell is middle of the pack now. Get that. And it's already been proven that Russell
Like Mr.
cannot
Chow.
switch systems outside of Pete Carroll's system. Now, this system is the one in Pittsburgh is more set up for the quarterback that's more unorthodox. But this is a different system that he's got to learn again.
When Kenny start talking crazy, you gotta be like this. I take it.
So he started talking crazy, just like, all right, well.
I feel like Mr. Chow from Hangover. I'm going to take a nap now. So he's
Russell Wilson or Justin Fields pick your point. I'm picking Russell because Russell ain't got the wheels he used to have. Justin is probably still fast as all he is still fast as all get out, and it would be a major problem if he's on a scramble drill. So I'd say, look, hey, y'all want to go ahead and go with Russell? Be my guest because we will torture him. We will torture him. Justin is one of those X factors that you're like, all right, I got to worry about this kid. Let's see.
I'll wait.
Here.
Justin, but I'll wait.
Kennedy says the Ravens coaching staff are shaking in their boots. Ain't nobody shake. Bruh. What we doing again? Yeah, I'm sorry. All right. Bruce says we're terrified. Yeah, right.
Kenny talking. Yo, I've seen so many Steel fans already talking. Why you talking so much?
Yeah, they talking a good deal because they just
talk good though. Talk. Keep that same energy.
They signed another quarterback. I'm gonna just laugh. I'm like, look, you can't play them all, man. You cannot play them all. All right, so we talking Deontay Hardy. So we say, all right, we got. You're saying they're gonna have 7 going into. I'd say 7 final roster. I say going into camp.
Yeah, we're not gonna keep 3 quarterbacks on the roster like we did.
Yeah, no, I don't see that either. I say going into camp, we're probably gonna have 11 wide receivers. So you're gonna see some movements happening. I say at least 11, and they're gonna find a way to let these guys compete and take some of those reps, and then they're gonna knock it down to 6.
Man, we throwing the ball now. Put 7 up there.
Dude, what happened to Laquan Treadwell, man? Is he on another team?
I don't know. He ain't back.
I wanted to see him work, man. And then the other guy from Maryland last year, that everybody was hype on.
He ain't never get back.
Nope.
Only one they signed back is a dude from Rutgers. Was it Sean something? I forgot his name. He on the practice squad though. Sean. Forgot. I can't think of his name. But they brought him back. Sean Ryan, I believe. But they brought him back.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, he'll be cut.
Demas.
He'll be cut. Delicious is saying Demas. That's the name of the kid, the Maryland kid.
Yeah.
Dante Demas.
Yeah. I don't know where he is. But
Kennedy's at it again. He says, Lisa, the Ravens let Kenny Pickett beat them twice. Imagine what Wilson or Fields would do to the Ravens. First of all, the second loss don't count.
Last game meant nothing to us. But
absolutely. It meant something to y'all, but they let them in the door and they still got beat.
Yeah, I mean, we gave y'all a pass to the party.
Yep. I mean, if we came out full on balls to the wall.
Pass to the party. I get kicked out the party. You get a pass to the party.
Yeah, y'all got Tyler Huntley. Y'all didn't get Lamar.
You got kicked out. You got kicked out.
Brooke says, let is the key word, Kenny. Mason was y'all best QB last, y'all. That says a lot. But I thought, Rudolph. Yeah, Rudolph was there, right? And Rudolph was taking over the scene.
Yeah, he was Rudolph.
So, Kenny wasn't even there.
Rudolph helped us out to get another contract someplace else, which is cool.
Who was in Canada?
Demas.
Demas in Canada? You must be playing Canadian football? Or?
Yeah. do something. Gotta get it right. Hey, gotta get that money. I can get that
Get
money.
out somewhere, man. You know, can't go back in groceries, man. Can't go backwards.
Go and get it. Come on back home.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get it while you can.
All right, let's see if Brooke beats me. I'm gonna do it.
You gonna do it?
I'm about to do it.
Brooke ain't even do it.
Bang.
She wasn't even thinking about
it. Got you, Brooke. The clock is still here. Still here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, daggone fuck.
So last thoughts on this here. Like I said, we still haven't done our mocks. We got another week to do.
He got everybody flustered. He talking trash. Lisa Tyler, Kenny.
There she go. She got that one up. Okay, I'll take my clock down since Brooke has hers up now.
So next week you want to do the mock?
Yeah. So let's do first 3 rounds, and we'll go with those first 3 rounds because we're constantly talking about the 3 positions.
What's I'm sorry, Joe. Let's wait another. You want to wait another week? Let's do it the Wednesday before the draft, so to be fresh in our mind. What's that? The 20.
So if we wait till the 24th, that's the night before draft.
24th.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it that day because it'll make more sense. Like we can be right on top of it.
Okay, cool. Then I will work on getting Dame Parsons. Hopefully, actually, I don't know. He might be gearing up for draft season. I might not be able to get Dame. But if I can, I'll see if I can swing him next week. But I think, I doubt I'll be able to pull him because he's in the midst of it. Dame's still working for Draft Diamonds.
Maybe Engrave might
Network
popping up. Maybe Engrave might want to jump on for.
Oh yeah.
To see if something,
Yeah, shout out to Engraving. Hey, shoot him a message. Y'all shoot him a message on Twitter. Like, blow his stuff all the way up. Be like, yo, Couch Rider Raven wants you on the show for the 24th. What's up?
His mock draft. What's his mock draft?
Yeah. Let's see his mock draft. All right, cool. So we hit an hour. I gotta go take care of these dogs.
You got dogs now too?
I got 3.
When did you get dogs? You been
I had all 3 of them, man. But they just usually chill upstairs by themselves with their family, but nobody's here right now. Like, family's not here.
Gotcha.
So I got 2 pit bulls and a husky. Yeah, the husky is the little pup that always wants to get into something.
Mm-hmm.
But she's super smart.
Mm-hmm.
So, but good dogs. Yeah. And the pit is like 12, 13. And one of the pits is 12, 13. The other one's 8.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, they're going to bed, man. I think we got to do the same.
Yes.
Thanks for tuning in to the home of Original Sports Perspective from our couch to yours. This is your Couch Rider Raven saying, hey, look, we're falling off the couch for you. We really love you. We thank you very much. Make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, and smack that bell so you know when it's going down. 2 claps. Fade to black.
Please.
Introducing the Couch Rider Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. Ravens, Ravens, hey, Ravens. We gon' ride out. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. We gon' ride out.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, original sports perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect it. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White rap for the beat, though.